Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up.
First indeed here on PTM Racing TV, as we're about to showcase to you live here at Knockhill Circuit down in Fife, UK, Scotland, United Kingdom of Scotland. The drivers of the Citadel Rallycross Racing League, as they're about to take shape and take aim here on the show. Hi everyone, I'm the Crusader Christian Shriver, joining you guys here today. And, well, let's just say these guys aren't exactly wasting time out here yet. So, let's just get down to business and let them run them off down the start. We're going to get them going and get them green. Hey, flag is high in the air here at Knockhill, our first ever showcase here on the track. And it looks like Matthew Johnson already finding out just how difficult it is to run around this place. Alexander Ebony has the early advantage here out of the race lead here. Drivers now swinging it down into the rallycross section of the track. This is the first time we've ever seen this track live and in person, and I'll tell you one thing, I just looked at it from a little point of view out here. This place is about as tight cornered and as tough to master as I've ever seen a track in rallycross racing ever before to begin with. 5 laps in this heat here. Heat 1 out of the gate here. Josh Clogg right now currently in the second place spot in that 199, while Russell Pearson holds down for the third line. Nick Shriver right now in the number 41 trying to get something going here. No relation to me here. He's just my long lost cousin. No, there's no relation though, I promise you that much. And speaking of relations here right now, I'm not really sure what the heck happened to Alexander FD, but problems down there for that number 99. Loses it in the corner here as we take a look at the replay. Might have overshot the corner just a little bit too well, a little too much here. That's exactly what he did there. He saw him handbrake it and just kind of swing it right through. He had nowhere to go and not a lot of positions to kind of eke out of. And that definitely cost him dearly there. Back to the live coverage right now here as we continue on with this race here in position right now. Field continuously garnering momentum, trying to challenge up to the tracks here. Every driver for themselves here, every position, keen, looking for any, trying to be put up to full pace, full speed. Russell Pearson right now is your race leader, I believe, here, continuously moving the chains on in, and it's Matthew Johnson. And the 10 also just kind of hanging in there, trying to hold down the line. I think our timing sheets might be a little bit all over the place, guys. Okay, looks like Josh. Okay, so I think we got Josh Clogg in the race lead right now. I think that's now the rule of thumb here. Yep, that is what we're getting here. Clogg is in the race lead here, so sorry about the timing sheets. We're having some troubles down there with some of our stuff, so just a heads up. Tori Manuel coming on board saying, "Go Shriver," rooting on the man himself. Next Shriver as we go to 2 to go. This time on by. Josh Clogg, though, is your race leader. Alexander Ebene's a little mistake he made earlier on, costing him dearly, and he now is trying to find a way to grip it back down as he swings it down to the sharp-ended corner entry of turn number 2 and 3, and then into the tight roads that lay in waste, they lay in barren. Every position counts, and every track line matters here on this track as you try to find a line, try to find your grip. Russell Pearson trying to represent that well as he tries to get something going here. And really out of this entire field, only 2 drivers do not have a Subaru, and that is the Ford of Alexander Ebony and also Aaron Brown in his Volkswagen. That's the only other guy right now that has anything that's not involved in that. Clogg, though, with the race lead as he continues to hold down the charge, hold down the field. Heat number 1 about to come to a close. as Claude continues to dominate, continues to thrive in his element. Pearson trying to find some last-minute speed, some last-ditch efforts. Next driver here currently in the 4th spot, trying to hold back Matthew Johnson. Seemingly struggling, though, to kind of whip around the corners and hit the lines up as hard as he can. But Josh Clogg, no troubles for him, takes the race win. Alexander Ebedi will go 2nd, and Russell Pearson is going to bring it around town for your 3rd place spot. Heat number 1 is in the books. What a performance here by the drivers out of the gate here. Everybody making some good ditches, good efforts, and good moves here, trying to find the speeds and find the lines to conquer off with. Next driver goes 4th, and Johnson will go 5th if it wasn't kind of obvious from our timing sheets there. So heat number 1 results popping up on your screen. Remember, this is a little bit of a quicker pace here. Rallycross racing is pretty fast, pretty frenetic, so be aware of that. Clogg, Ebedi, Pearson, Shriver, Johnson, top 5. Now on to our next staging area. It's time to look at our 2nd heat of the day. 2nd heat of the day now about ready to go onto the track here, ready to field in. 2 drivers making the call. It'll be Marcos Palacio in the 383, and then it'll be the number 72, Trevor Teal, in that 72. Well, there are really no reason to be kind of obligated here. This is just kind of an old school drag out side-by-side battle here. And Marcos, though a little too hard into the corner entry of turn number 2. Troubles down there for the number 383. Ripping the corners and ripping the rear end. A new one down through the dirt into the asphalt circuit. Trevor Teal holds the line down as Marcos Palacio looks to try to get back into this. You're on board with Marcos, and you can just see right there on your right side, you may see the handbrake, and you actually see the sequential shifter. This is the same exact shifter that they would use in the actual Next Gen NASCAR Cup Series, if you can believe it. It's kind of a little bit of a different kind of scenario to have to work around, and kind of a little bit more of an interesting tape, because when you push up, that shifts down, whereas when you shift down, that shifts up to get you some more speed, more gain. So a lot of guys generally will try to pour on the momentum and try to keep the RPMs as high as they can. Marcos, you saw earlier, was keeping it in about the 5th gear section, as right now Trevor Teal takes his joker lap, and Marcos nearly putting himself into a bit of a bad run there, entering off that hard corner. He'll have a lot of speed, have to get back up there to that 72. Trevor Teal. Teal right now with the race lead locked and loaded here, and not having any troubles here out of the gate. Remember the A-Main coming up your way here in just a few short minutes here, folks. It will certainly be interesting to see who takes home the take and who takes home the big positions here. But so far, just looking at this field, looking at this drive line here, a lot of guys are pouring on momentum when they can find it and really beating and banging as much as they can later. And I had to clarify somewhere quick. Trevor Teal actually is driving the right line here. That is the race line. Marcos Palacio was actually hitting the joker lap, the far lane there. And looks like Trevor Teal actually had hit his joker earlier, so he's all good to go. A little bit of a sidewinding position there for Trails. It kind of sits over a little bit too into the wall there of the tire barriers. Hey, just look at this track, my friends. This is literally what we call a close as you get to just taking this thing up. And that's not going to help you much either. And Trevor Teal, the 72, loses it in the turn, gets into the wall protection. That cost him dearly. Marcos now with the race lead, sneaks on by, and he just takes it from him. And that now results to our white flag coming on out. Trevor Teal cannot believe what he has done. Now he's got to find a way to try to get there to Marcos. Will Marcos make the same mistake? Trevor had a huge lead on the 383, but Marcos patiently and calmly awaited the move. You just can't overdrift these corners. You can't overdo these ends here, and Marcos knew that. He ends up taking full control and advantage of that move right there. Taking the ends down to the roundhouse here on the back straightaway, down for the final corners. Into turn, the final turns, Trevor Teal has to take his joker, but Marcos Palacio will come away the race winner after a heated battle. Trevor Teal makes that mistake, cost him the race. An unbelievable finish. Unbelievable indeed. And Trevor, I gotta believe, is right now a little fuming and trying to figure out what the heck he's gonna have to do come in that next round of racing. The B main is coming up here, but let's take a look at our Heat 2 results. Palacio, Teal, they ran this one, where Brown and Rafos was not able to make the call. We'll see if they can come back into the track here and get them back up onto the field here as our B main is now set in motion. Putting our drivers into the gridding order right now here. The field is getting set as our flagmen down there. You may see them over in the corner there getting ready to call the action, call the momentum. Getting ready and getting to the start. We're off and running. The race is on. Here we go. This is your B main. It's a 3-lap shootout. Let the boys just go out there and see what happens. Next driver will take second early on. Russell Pearson trying to get a little bit of a move on there in the number 9 as he looks to pilot up. Oh, trouble there for Nick's driver running off into the barriers with the tires down section off of turn number 3 and 4. Yeah, he's still smacking those things around there. He knows it's a tight track to deal with, but I don't think he realized it was that tight of a track. Your early leader, the number 10, Matthew Johnson, has the early advantage. Russell Pearson trying to hunt him down, though. We're going to try to bolster some momentum, try to find some runoff here. Into the field they go. Everyone looking for that last-ditch move, that last big push-off if they can get it. Johnson trying not to make the same mistake Trevor Teal made earlier on, which is that tight little corner end there. He ended up hitting earlier on, cost him dearly. Pearson slowed down a little bit. He got a little bit too close to the tires as well. These tires, man, they are unforgiving, and they're not making it easy for these guys. That is point blank and for sure. Joker lap initiated for Russell Pearson here. He'll go to the very far end of the corners here. Have to engage the Joker, the 10 though of Matthew Johnson on the final lap. Will go to the Joker this time by. Next driver takes the Joker this round. So now Johnson just simply needs to stay focused and alert. You saw him just slam the brake there entering into that turn. He did not want to overshoot the corner. You saw that little rigid end there. That's where he want to hit to get the most speed and most grip. That's where most attraction is. The next driver, well, let's just say that 41 wishes he could find somewhere to put that Subaru at because he feels like he's in a bit of a tough run here. Down to the final Joker. Here we go. Johnson will have Pearson coming into the inside trying to steal this from him. Johnson going to get a run here. Pearson, though, going to sneak right up ahead. And Pearson will take this one by simply outplaying Johnson and the Jokers. Unreal. Russell Peterson, the number 9, played his cards right, played his hand right that time, and pops away with the B main. Unreal. Wow. You gotta talk about some hard racing, guys. I think we're seeing more of it as we go along. Let's take a look at our B main results before we head into our warm-up session. Hell out of this one. Russell Pearson takes the win by simply outclassing Johnson with the laps and outclassing him with a strategy move. Next driver, though, a solid third-place finish, coming away out of the top spots. We are now entering into a warm-up session. 4 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock here. We'll let the drivers go out here and pull this one up, but let's just talk about this race for a second. So far, we've seen multiple grooves, multiple hits and runs taken. We've seen the Joker lap be the determining factor to securing a victory. We've seen pretty much everything and then some being the closing factors here. And I'm telling you guys, that long straightaway in that Joker is literally what's going to make or break a driver's race. It's really kind of a hard point to really determine if you want to do it early or if you want to do it late. But I'd say there are 2 other corners that are really shipping guys around. That is that turn 2, turn 3 end section here. That kind of crosses over that 90-degree sweeping turn down into the ruts and the gruts and the crazy dirt side of things. But also, it's also that Joker ended turn where you have to find out which one you want to go on the lap-wise. Knockhill Circuit, though, I'll give it credit where credit's due. Thoroughly impressed right now with what this is bringing to the table and what it's brought to the drivers. It is a true challenge and a testament to what iRacing has given us here, and it's good to see that some folks down in the Scotland territory have actually finally got their love and support that I feel like they're owed. It's good to see they finally got a chance to really showcase what they have on display. Looking at this field right now, though, I will say Marcos Palacio definitely seems to be, in my opinion, maybe the underdog favorite out of this bunch. He was pretty fast in his consolation, excuse me, in his main and his heats. And in the B mains wise, it looked like what we saw from the 9, Russell Peterson. I think he may be an interesting little ticket note in this race because it seemed like he was really pouring on the momentum, really making things very difficult. The only driver that I'm a little weary of when saying anything too big, too nonsense about is definitely going to have to be the 99 of Alexander Ebony. Now, even though the Fisher Sport number 99 here had pretty much put that Ford into the race lead early, he made that bobble in a turn number 1, costing him dearly and costing him way too much time. And that kind of makes me question whether or not he's going to be able to actually keep this thing online, keep it on charge for the full race. Remember, when that A main comes up, he's going to have a lot of difficult times to really have to work around. He's going to have a lot of guys going to try and knock at his door and definitely give him some ruts here. So, if I was him, I would really be kind of edging out each corner, making sure I can bump out every corner driver, making sure I'm not giving them too much room or openings, and see what I can bring to the table. I think that's going to be his biggest problem and his biggest factor in this race. But I don't know. You guys decide in the comment section below. Who do you think is going to win the A main event? Coming your way here in just a few short minutes. Right now, like I said, my money, I'd say Marcos Palacio. Just from what he did in his heat and how he strategized everything, I'd say he's probably the favorite. I'd say your wild card driver, I'd have to go with Alexander Ebony. I think even though I know what I said earlier about him, he is a wild card though, because he is definitely got the speed, he's got the control. If long as he just doesn't overshoot the turns, I think it's just going to be a matter of watching every turn, every corner end off. So we'll see though. I guarantee you the next driver though would love to possibly make a little bit of a run around and a little bit of a paddle zone here for the surface in the track. He's going to have to give himself some serious speed, serious control with about 40 seconds left here to get some practice under the hood and practice under the tires. These drivers did bring multiple cars with them, so the only thing they really had to do was just kind of switch out the bodies and the tires here, and that's all they had to do, and they were pretty much set to go. And now, race fans, the time has come. Warm-up is in session, and we're cleared up. Now we present to you the A main event of the evening. Knockhill Circuit. The racing has been good. You have made an impression on us, but now we have to start somewhere. We have to finish somewhere. We'll have ourselves a shootout in the A main. 10 laps in this one. Who is it going to be? As we start the drivers up, the drivers are ready to go, fielded in position. Let's get down to business. Oh, a little jump start already from next driver. That can get him in a DQ position. And he'll start already giving problems there to Alexander Ebony. Black flag there on next driver. You don't start the race there, my friend. Speeding penalty and a black flag penalty there on driver. He'll have to, unfortunately, deal with that scenario and that situation. Coming around town, here we go. Here we're off the start. Russell Pearson is already after Matthew Johnson in the number 10. Behind him though, Trevor Teal holds off Josh Clark in the 199 here. Clark trying to hold down the line, trying to put up some speed as Marcos Palacio looking to get some runs off on the boys. Remember, it doesn't matter where you're at right now. What it matters is when you start taking laps certain ways in certain areas and putting this into full perspective, full gear mode. Some heavy hitters in this one right now, trying to stay focused, trying to stay alive in this corner ends. Entering into turn number 2, 3, we go here. Matthew Johnson bobbled there out of the turn, giving the opportunity for Pearson to sneak his way in. And Peterson, oh, he took Matthew Johnson into the wall! Johnson upside down after the huge hit into the tire barrier, and Johnson is on his roof in trouble. Trying to get it squared up and put back around. He's not going to get it there. Trevor Teal sending it straight to the Joker lap. He wants to get this one fielded in quickly and not too soon. Oh, this is what hard racing looks like sometimes. This is what some out of control racing will look like sometimes to you. What an absolute clinic right now these guys are having to deal with, and problems all over the place here for some drivers, giving them quite the headaches and quite the stir. What a tough break from Matthew Johnson, as a 10 was doing so good hanging in there. Now has to deal with another week of troubles and mischief to have to end his race. Josh Gogg, the 199, currently trying to take over the race lead. He will be successful as Pearson goes to the Joker lap. Marcos Palacio and Josh Gogg have both not entered the Joker lap just yet. And remember last time in the B-Main, what we saw with that Joker was what got Russell Pearson into the big win. He's looking to try to pull another Trevor Teal move on him again, try to make it work on Gogg and Palacio. Every driver right now in a hot debate, in a hot battle here, looking for positions over. Palacio looking for the ends, looking for the turning. Gogg trying to hold him back. Gogg knows if he makes one wrong move, he's in deep, deep trouble here, my friends, with only 6 laps to go. He's got to start getting smart here. He's got to start really timing these moves. You can see him just working the throttle, working the clutch, making sure he's got everything in place for this one. Palacio right now, hard on the gas, still looking for him. Gogg trying to keep that Fisher 383 away from taking it over from him, but it's not enough yet. And Palacio will enter to the Joker. Now, he isn't putting his fate in the hands of that Joker lap. Oh, Johnson into the wall there off of the turn. Takes a huge hit there. Look at Palacio literally just swinging straight past Peterson and Teal right off the horn. Oh, my. You want to talk about speed? I don't even think Peterson was expecting him to come by. Oh, my Lord. The sheer speed that takes to get through that corner and to be able to hold on and not take either one of those guys through, that is insane. Just straight shot it down the straightaway, almost looked like a rocket ship on a launching pad, just fired off. Oh my goodness. Peterson in the 9 right now, maybe now a little stunned and trying to figure out how the heck to take him down a notch or two. Nicholas Shriver currently way back in the field. Matthew Johnson goes into his Joker lap here as Gogg has about a 6-second lead over the field. Palacio knows he's going to have to be careful about Gogg, because Gogg could do exactly what he did earlier when the Joker lap comes to bout. If I'm Gogg right now, though, when is the right time to take that Joker? If you ask me, it'd probably be when you're getting right around to the final 2 laps. If you get that 1 lap to go, it gives you a chance to kind of hold Palacio back if he dares try to get a run on you. But Gogg is pretty smart here. We'll see what he does. No Joker taken yet, so he's coming down to the wire with only 3 laps to go. Trevor Teal right now, number 72, trying to get some speed up at Peterson and Palacio here. Both guys in a hot pursuit, a hot debate. Pearson trying to get up there at Palacio's rear end. And again, if Palacio and Pearson get into one another, Gogg, you know, will be listening in. Trying to make the move. His spotter talking with him and letting him know everything going on the track. Trying to set him up for the big run, the big move. Gogg hasn't done it yet. He'll stay under the normal lap territory with 2 to go. Green flag high in the air. Trevor Teal now looks like he's got an opportunity to kind of put some tempers together, put some bumpers into place. Palacio has now ran away from Pearson just a little bit more. Alexander Ebony currently struggling to keep up pace, keep momentum. Look at that right side corner there. Teal almost had a piece of Pearson as the rear end slides out just a little bit on the 9. Both guys in a hot screw debate here, trying to find some speed and momentum. And here comes the Joker. Josh Gogg goes in. Looking for position. Palacio setting up for the corner. Can he get the speed? They'll set it up with 1 to go. Gogg's got the lead. It still holds on. Palacio didn't have enough time. White flag is out for the 199. Timed it perfectly. Timed it all in the run and in the zone. Palacio didn't get much. Only about a 4-second back on him. Gogg is literally taking this one to the wire as the guys battle for 3rd right in the back. Teal, Ebony, Peterson, all in their brigade. Ebony trying to make one last move on Teal, trying to horn her off on him. But down to the final corners, though. They'll set into the final turns. And Josh Clog will come away on the top of the mountain. Once again, the 199 wins it at Knockhill Circuit. Marcos Palacio will go second. And third will go to Alexander Ebony in a crazy last-minute battle there between Pearson and Trevor Teal to the line. What a race! Wowzer, that, my friends, is what you call an old-fashioned slobber knocker. This is hard racing. This is rallycross racing at its finest, in my opinion. And this is the first winner on our show with PTM Racing TV for a Knockhill Circuit. The 199, Josh Clog, will take full honors. What a victory and a win for him and his crew. Woo! What a day, what a race, to say the least here, race fans. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the final results now on your screen. Here is the final results here as we have put the official results in. Clog will win it. Palacio goes second. Abity goes third. Fourth to Pearson. And fifth to Trevor Teal to round out the field with the fifth place position. Nick Shriver, Matthew Johnson, Aaron Brown, Jacob Rafos finishing in their positions respectfully to end out our night here on PTM Racing TV. But a congratulations to Alexander Ebony on his third place finish. A performance definitely in the making, having to come from the back of the outhouse to shoot up closer into the White House cabinet area. But I guess he'll have to stick with the Senate in this case here, as Marcos Palacio will take the bridesmaid honors here. I said he was kind of my pick to go for it. I may have gave him the old broadcaster curse, but he definitely put on a show to the end, but it was not enough to knock down the strategy and the speed that was Josh Clog in the 199. He will be your race winner to top off our night and our day. And that, my friends, concludes tonight's action and broadcast today. Race fans, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate you guys and all the fans out there for tuning in. If you like what you've seen, you liked what you saw earlier on YouTube, subscribe there. Like and follow us here on Facebook. Head over on Twitter. Just give us some love. Give us a like there and give us a follow. We really appreciate it. Race fans, I'm tuning out for now, but I have been your host, the Crusader, Christian Shriver, joining you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time when the green flag flies on PTM Racing TV.